It will all be over after a while. It will all be over after a while. I'm gonna lay down this old cross. My God's gonna give me a crown. It will all be over after a while. There was an old lady. She couldn't pay her rent, and the landlord come by and he said, "Old lady, you got my rent money." The old lady said, "No, sir." He said, "Well, I'll give you 3 days to get my rent money and call your family, your children, or whoever you can to help you." And 3 days went by and the old landlord come back. He said, "Old lady, you got my rent money." The old lady said, "No, sir." And he said, "You know what I gotta do, don't you?" And she goes, "Yes, sir." So the old lady went in the back room and got her old jacket, and went back to the kitchen and got her old walking cane, and started down the steps. And she got to the end of the steps and turned around and kind of looked back at the old home place where her and her husband had all their memories. She turned and got down to the end of the sidewalk and she started singing something like this. It will all be over after a while. It will all be over after a while. I'm gonna lay down this old cross. My God's gonna give me a crown. It will all be over after a while. The old lady kept walking. She met one of her neighbors out on the sidewalk, and he said, "Old lady, you look disappointed this morning." The old lady just kept on singing, "Disappointment will all be over after a while. Disappointment will all be over after a while. I'm gonna lay down this old cross. My God's gonna give me a crown, and it will all be over after a while. The old lady kept on walking. She got down to the bus stop and somebody said, "Old lady, you look kind of tired this morning." The old lady just kind of looked towards heaven and kept on singing, "I'm gonna rest from all of my labor after a while. I'm gonna rest from all of my labor after a while. I'm gonna lay down this old cross, my God's gonna give me a crown, and it will all be over after a while. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord. From henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.